These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Mark Z via PDK. More news in Iraq that they are stabilizing. Central bank continues measures to control the dollar exchange rate. I find it interesting they're issuing a dollar card worth $10,000. In other words, they are not going to charge any spread if you turn in your dinar for a prepaid debit card. Why is this important? It will allow them to take advantage of this manipulated exchange crisis and get more dinar off the street over the next day or two. I think this is their last Hail Mary to restrict the supply of dinar. Just my thoughts. All right, Pimpy, as in 2022, I would say about 2023, Al-Kazimi got Iraq back on track with reform papers despite all obstacles and the lack of support. Al-Sudani appears to have the support necessary to continue these reforms. What we hope happens, that's what we hope happens. We're going to find out just how much corruption is involved with Al-Sudani here very shortly, and we're going to find out if all of a sudden Sadr jumps back on the scene and starts making waves and we go through another wave of protests, which is not what we want. My guess is we're going to see a real clear picture about everything the first 3 months going into 2023. Frank 26 Firefly, late January, Iraqi citizens have been told they will be able to buy U.S. stocks or any other stock in the world in our market. This screams some type of international. Frank says that is correct. You will be able to buy currency outside your borders because the international world will be able to buy your currency outside of your borders also. And as it travels outside and afloat, it will gain value, security, and stability. I pray to God they take it up at least $3.22, maybe even as high as $4.25, but it's up to the agreements they made with Kuwait and the IMF. All right, Claire article quote, after a rapid collapse of the Iranian currency, the resignation of the head of the Central Bank of Iran, quote, days after the historic collapse of the Iranian currency in the markets, the head of the Central Bank of Iran, Ali Saleh Abadi, resigned from his post. All right, walking stick via Frank 26, the Iraqi dinar has not gone up in value for many decades because it was not being respected with its exchange rate. It could very well jump into the Middle East basket at 1460, but that is not CBI's goal. The goal is to de-dollarize, and that is the uncertainty unknown of the positions of the monetary reform right now. Where are they in the budget? Where are they in the exchange rate? Where are they with the new small category notes? Will the Iraqi dinar go into the basket at a program rate or at least a 1-to-1 rate with the American dollar? All right, Yada says there was an article about a week ago basically stating the rise in the exchange rate is a temporary situation that came after internal and external effects of applying international standards. Yada says application of the international standards is the setup for the float to be released internationally. We were told the beginning of December to expect a good Christmas, meaning rate change, but this process didn't get started until the 24th. We are seeing this come to us like a freight chain with a float first. Militiaman, the Ministerial Council of Economies, and a new group that has been activated to support Iraq in the process of economic and monetary reforms in the last phase that they are in now. This is a new ministry, is nothing but phenomenal for the Iraqi citizens and us by extension. All right, Pimpy says, I can see there's a whole new wave of new people coming into the investment of the Iraqi dinar. I can tell whenever there's a new wave because I get asked the same questions. When I give the answers, they don't like it because they've heard some rumors or heard somebody else's narrative and mine did not line up. Everybody's swearing up and down the Iraqi dinar is going to revalue at $3.22. That is not going to happen. Frank 26 question, how would $3.44 be where the float starts, or would that be where it's capped? Frank says that would be the capping, that would be the real effective exchange rate. You don't want it to go far past the other Middle Eastern countries. Question, so the maximum rate will be $3.44. When should we fold them? Frank says, don't put me in that position. I can't tell you when to hold them and when to fold them. All right, lastly, Yada says, the mechanism is in place in and outside of Iraq. The dinar is not pegged to the dollar, and for the past 15 days or so, It has been adjusting to home in on pairing with the other currencies in the basket. The people will have to use dinar to make their exchanges on their apps, and the rest of the world will be using dinar for their contracts. No more having to convert to dollar to buy/sell, straight dinar dong, dinar yin, dinar pound, dinar with any other contract they've established.